So let's talk about onboarding a new IBO. So you've got somebody that said, hey, I want to partner with you. I want to do this thing. Man, what an exciting time that is. That's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to find people that are like-minded, that want to do this thing with us. And now you've found someone and they've said, sign me up. I want to do this thing with you. I want to run with you. I want to lock arms with you. Man, what an important responsibility. We want to make sure that we onboard that person so that they have the best possible experience that they can have with Life Activated Brands. And we want to make sure that they become successful in the business and that they have fun and they make money and they find a community here with this organization. And so I want to give you some concepts to consider when you're onboarding new IBOs. And so there's really three things that I want to focus on. Now, I want to also encourage you to reach out like I always do. Find your leaders, find out what they're doing, because they probably have systems that are going to be able to help you take people through a process to get them onboarded properly. So I'm just going to give you some higher level concepts to think about as you're onboarding new IBOs. And the first one is this: help them get a paycheck. You see, we understand that retention and the likelihood of someone sticking around for the long haul and seeing the bigger picture eventually and catching a vision and stretching their vision, the likelihood of that happening increases dramatically when they get a paycheck really quickly. Doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100 or $1,000. Doesn't matter what the amount is. What matters is that they get a paycheck. Why? Because that builds their belief. It suspends their belief long enough for that belief to begin to grow as they get engulfed in the culture. And so number one is get them a paycheck ASAP. Help them sign up a customer. Help them sign up a new IBO. Help them get started. And that's the first thing. The second thing is get them plugged in. Help them get plugged into the IBO community Facebook page from corporate. Help them get plugged into the team pages that are going on inside of all of your organizations and all of your teams. Help them get plugged into the trainings that are occurring on a regular basis, whether they're live trainings or recorded trainings. Get them plugged into the culture. I always think of this analogy of this bonfire that you guys have probably been to a bonfire before. And if you notice, if one coal, it can be a blazing hot fire, but if one coal gets separated from the fire temporarily and it gets away from that flame, what begins to happen to that little coal? It begins to grow cold and eventually it dies out. And that's what happens to people when they're not plugged in, when they're not in the fire, when they're not in the culture. So get them plugged in, help them stay plugged in. That's number two. Number three is this: is get them to the next big event. Help them understand the importance of getting to the next big event. And these big events are happening. The next big event that we have is coming up. I encourage you, help them get a ticket. Help them understand the importance of it. Help them secure their travel arrangements. Make it easy on them. And I promise you, this is going to pay you big, big dividends if you help your new people get to the next big event. Okay, so these are three concepts to consider when onboarding new IBOs. Number one, get them paid and fast. Number two, get them plugged in. And number three, get them to the next big event. I hope this is helpful for you. Let's go onboard some new IBOs today.